Hey, throwaway account because my wife and coworkers might see this. If you're watching at 1 a.m. in 2026, phone in hand, wondering where the hell the last 6 years went? Yeah, same. I just turned 33 last month and it hit me like a slap. 2020 lockdown ended, life went back to normal, and then it hit warp speed. I blinked and suddenly it's 2026. My daughter's starting kindergarten. My hair's got more gray, and I'm still in the same apartment, same paycheck to paycheck grind, same endless scroll. Pre-2020 I had actual plans. Decent dev job outside Atlanta, married my college girlfriend, talking about buying a little house and maybe starting a weekend pressure washing side hustle for extra cash. Then March 2020 hit. We were stuck inside, door dashing too much, watching the news until our eyes hurt. It felt endless. But when things opened back up in 2021, everything flipped. Work never really left the house. Emails at dinner, Slack pings at 10 p.m. Inflation made groceries feel like a monthly punch in the gut. Rent jumped, gas prices made any family drive a math problem. Our little girl was born in 2022 and the days just started melting together. By 2023 I was telling myself this is just adulting. 2024, a blur of performance reviews and quick Amazon hauls. 2025 ended with me realizing I couldn't remember half of it. Everyone around me was the same. Work friends complaining about burnout over $7 coffee. Parents at the playground glued to their phones. It felt normal, comfortable even. But then one random Tuesday night I was sitting on the couch, half watching a show, half scrolling, when my 4-year-old climbed in my lap and whispered, "Daddy, why are you always tired?" That one sentence cracked something open, because she was right. I was tired. Not just sleepy, soul tired, and I suddenly saw it. My normal life wasn't normal at all. It was a cage I decorated with subscriptions and takeout bags. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying my daughter's words while staring at the ceiling, phone face down on the nightstand for once. Around 3 a.m., I got up, made some black coffee that tasted like regret, and just sat at the kitchen table with an old notebook. No fancy journaling app, just paper and pen like it was 2019 again. I started writing down everything that felt normal in my life. The list got ugly fast. Waking up already checking Slack before even brushing my teeth. Doom scrolling Reddit and TikTok during breakfast while my kid ate cereal alone. Commuting 45 minutes each way in Atlanta traffic. Listening to the same podcasts on repeat but never actually finishing one. Coming home, kissing my wife hello, then immediately opening the laptop just to knock out a few tickets. Dinner in front of screens. Bedtime stories rushed so I could answer one more email. Weekends? Supposed to be family time, but somehow eaten by quick Target runs, catching up on work, and falling into YouTube rabbit holes about people living their best lives while I sat there in sweatpants. It wasn't rock bottom, that's the scary part. It was comfortable enough that I'd stopped noticing how small my world had become. Groceries felt expensive, so we stuck to the same cheap rotation. Date nights with my wife turned into, let's just watch something. Dreams of that pressure washing side hustle, buried under maybe next quarter when things calmed down. But things never calmed down, they just got faster. I realized I was doing exactly what those guys on the sidewalk in old stories do, accepting the pavement as home because it's what I knew. My version was a 2-bedroom apartment with decent Wi-Fi and a fridge full of leftovers. Same cage, different zip code. I wanted to take my family to Disney, actually fix the leaky faucet without watching 5 YouTube tutorials and then giving up. Maybe even feel proud when my parents asked how work was going. But every time I thought about changing, this heavy fog rolled in. Too tired, too busy. Inflation's crazy. What if I fail and look stupid? That fog had a name. Fear. Plain, boring, everyday fear dressed up as practicality. I caught myself thinking about those old Alcatraz escape stories. Not the movie exactly, but the idea that some prisoners just accepted the walls while a few decided the risk was worth it. I wasn't in a real prison, but I was serving a life sentence in mediocrity. Scared of a little discomfort. Scared of missing a notification. Scared of saying no to happy hours I didn't even enjoy. Scared that if I tried something new and it didn't work, I'd have proof I wasn't cut out for more. The worst part? My daughter was watching all of it. Learning that this exhausted, half-present version of me was what grown-up life looked like. I closed the notebook, heart pounding. For the first time in years, I felt something sharper than tiredness. Actual anger at myself mixed with this tiny, terrifying spark of, what if I stopped accepting this? But anger alone doesn't change anything. Courage does. and courage felt impossible at 4 a.m., with bills on the counter and a full inbox waiting in the morning. Still, something had shifted. I wasn't ready to break out yet, but I'd finally admitted the bars were there. That next morning I was dragging through the same routine: coffee, Slack, Atlanta traffic, when that notebook page hit me like a brick. During lunch, I hid in my car and started writing every single thing sucking my time. Checking scores in meetings, doom-scrolling reels at 2 a.m., stressing over pointless family chats. The list kept growing. When I read it back, my stomach dropped. This was not busy adult life. This was distraction wearing a busy costume. If you've ever made a list like that and felt embarrassed by all the noise in your day, drop it in the comments. I read every one. That's when it clicked. I wasn't lazy. My brain was just overloaded, like a phone with too many apps running and notifications screaming. Every spare second went to junk, and the things I actually wanted, the side hustle, being present with my daughter, saving money, had zero space left. No wonder Sunday promises died by Tuesday. That afternoon I did something scary. I turned off every non-work notification. The silence felt loud. My thumb twitched toward the screen out of habit. But by evening something shifted. I finally had headspace. I sat on the floor playing blocks with my daughter without checking my watch once. Her laugh hit me harder than any notification ever had. Still, fear whispered, what if I missed something important? Later that night, I asked myself one brutal question. 6 years from now, am I going to regret the notifications or the evenings I actually showed up for my family? The answer was painfully clear. I wasn't weak for feeling scared, but staying stuck because of it, that was the real failure. The cage wasn't my job or the bills. It was all those tiny distractions I refused to drop. That night, I made a simple promise. I would start clearing mental space. Not perfectly, just starting now. I didn't know if it would work, but the fear of staying the same finally felt bigger than trying. The following weekend, I finally faced the exercise I'd been avoiding, the one that actually scared me. I sat at the kitchen table with my wife giving me that, "You okay?" look. No phone, just paper. I listed everything eating my time, 47 items. Reading it back felt like a gut punch. If you've ever realized how many small things were robbing your days, tell me in the comments what shocked you most. I asked the hard question, if tomorrow was my last day, which of these would matter? Almost none. Only my daughter's laugh, my wife's tired smile, and the dream of building something better remained. Everything else was just noise. I had trained myself to live on autopilot, sleepwalking through habits instead of living days. So I started ridiculously small. Every morning, 10 minutes of quiet with coffee. No scroll. At first my brain screamed. But by day 4, real ideas returned. I set one evening rule: after 8 p.m., laptop closed. Instead, I talked with my wife. Real talk, no phones. Some nights we vented about inflation and stress. Others we laughed about old memories. The biggest shift? Motivation shows up after you start. By month's end, I landed my first 2 paying pressure washing jobs. Just 2 driveways, but I felt proud again. My daughter asked to help. Watching her giggle with the hose, that moment beat any scroll. I wasn't free yet, but I had stopped calling the cage normal, and that changed everything. By month 3, the small actions were compounding faster than I expected. I kept the quiet mornings, protected evenings, and carved out 30-45 minutes daily for the side hustle, no matter how tired I was. It wasn't easy. My back hurt. Clients ghosted. One rainy weekend, I made $0. But I didn't quit. Have you ever started something small and watched it quietly change your life? If yes, drop your experience in the comments. I love the real ones. Alcatraz prisoners didn't escape in one big move. They scraped with a spoon, 10-20 minutes a day. That's exactly what I was doing. By month 6, I replaced our grocery budget with side hustle money. We took our daughter to the aquarium guilt-free. My wife and I had our first real date night in years. Just sushi and actual conversation. The craziest part? Time started feeling slower again. Not because the world slowed, 2026 is still crazy fast, but because I was finally present. I still slip sometimes, but now I catch myself quickly. Those 6 years didn't vanish because life is too fast. They vanished because I let distractions and fear run the show. I had normalized a half-lived life. The turning point wasn't luck. It was deciding to stop accepting this is just how it is. If you're feeling that same fog, burnout, phone addiction, dreams on hold while bills pile up, hear this. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to wait for motivation. Just start dropping the distractions, one small action at a time. 1 year from now, you can be someone different. I'm not special. I'm just a regular guy who got tired of being tired. And if I could wake up, so can you. Myself just in time. That moment taught me the real fight isn't one big escape. It's a daily choice. Even in 2026, the only thing we control is how awake we stay. I still mess up, but I notice it faster now. If my messy story hit you, if you've also watched years blur together since lockdown, I'm glad I shared it. Quick ask from one regular guy to another. If this made you think about your own life, hit like. It helps real stories reach more people. If you want more honest confessions and small habit experiments, subscribe and tap the bell icon. Share this with one person who might be feeling stuck too. Now tell me in the comments, what's one normal thing in your life right now that you secretly know isn't normal? Or what tiny daily action are you finally ready to start tomorrow? Drop whatever comes to your mind. Thank you for sitting through all 6 parts with me. In this noisy world, you being here means a lot. Let's stop sleepwalking together. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, stay awake, and remember, today is the only day we really have. Peace.